Hello there. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to my podcast, Sacred Soul Sisters. My name is Justina. I am an Usui Holy Fire and Angel Reiki Master with over 20 years of practice, and I'm your host. I can't wait to let others feel the love of community and remind us of the importance of coming together instead of coming apart. Now let's take a deep breath together in through our nose and a long exhale out of our mouth. This is my intentions in a poem to set the tone for our sacred soul sister community. Here you go. Welcome, dear soul, to this sacred space where all are embraced with love and grace. From every land, from near and far, no matter who you are, you're a star. Feel the warmth, the light, the peace. Let your spirit find release. Here we gather, hearts aligned, to uplift, to heal, to realign. Breathe in deeply, feel your glow. Let your light expand and flow. As I pour into you with love so true, your cup overflows, your soul renews. Together we rise, in love we stand, lifting vibrations hand in hand. A mission of light, a journey divine. Thank you for sharing your soul with mine. Welcome to the Sacred Soul Sisters space, a home of love and sacred embrace. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, everybody. How are you? Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm so excited that you came back and want to talk to you a little bit today about reflection and authenticity and leading with your heart, and how sometimes that's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's worth it, right? So I had this thought last night as I was kind of reviewing in my head over all of the podcast episodes that we've done so far, and which I can't believe how many we've done. That's crazy. It's August, and we started back towards the end of April, and it's been incredible. So incredible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about, I know, the episode I did where I interviewed the authors of the Orchid, the Secret Code of Modern Goddesses, which, again, an incredible book. If you didn't hear that podcast, please go back and listen, because it was incredible. There was a moment after our recording that I'm pretty sure it was after the recording that we were talking, and we got quiet for a minute, and all of us were crying throughout most of before the recording, during the recording, and after, for that matter. And it was just an emotional, incredible, heartfelt conversation. But they stopped for a minute, and I think it was Angel said to me, "We see you. We see you." And Rocio did as well. And I felt it in my soul. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like some people can say we see you, and it's like, oh, okay. But this was like, it just went right through me, and it broke me. And I just could not stop crying. And I thought, what just happened there? I mean, I just started sobbing. And so I've been kind of reflecting on that. I've been doing some research and things, and, what exactly took place that opened this floodgate of fears, and while in the same way sort of gave me this feeling of being held. It was interesting, but it feels like it's hard to articulate. So I kept looking up different things, and I said, or what I have found is that when someone looks at you, and not just looks at you from their heart, looking at your heart, and says, "I see you." It's about being witnessed in your essence, in your soul, without judgment, without any masks on, without any roles, right? So the research went on to say, many of us, especially healers, caregivers, those that are sort of in that role in this lifetime of, being there for other people, for seeing other people, for holding them, for offering space, you know, when it comes to being seen ourselves fully with love and truth, it awakens this deep release. And I thought that was such a good explanation because that is exactly what it felt like. I mean, it felt like there was a deadbolt on a certain piece of my soul that just disintegrated, and I just let it all out. And so I researched a little bit more, and it started talking about the reason the flow of tears just continued and continued is because it was so much deeper than your brain recognizing something or even your heart recognizing something. Your soul, your pure soul, felt recognized. And if there were old wounds in there, which I'm sure we all have plenty, the old wounds surfaced, and tears can flow when parts of you have felt unseen or unacknowledged or undervalidated, finally receiving that sort of recognition. Not like, we're going around and, we need validation to be caregivers and stuff like that, because that's not what it's like. If you're a true giver and a true person of service and stuff like that, I think I can speak for a lot of people that's not your forethought. Like, you don't go around and like, I want to do this because then I can be recognized. No, I want to do this purely because in my heart, I feel called to assist other people or be there for other people and help lift them up and empower them and all those kinds of things. But there is this sort of feeling that, oh, maybe this is like a really good thing. I think oftentimes we almost get in automatic mode because it becomes so natural and it becomes just what we do and who we are and everything. So it gives us pause for a moment when someone brings it to our attention, like, hey, actually, everyone is not this way. Everyone is not created this way. Everyone is not this or that, which is okay too, because everybody has roles. So I don't want you to think I'm, trying to say anything crazy. It was just, gosh, it was such a beautiful experience. And it talked about the body and the heart know when to let go. And honestly, when you have a moment of tears like that, spiritually speaking, spirit looks at it as this sacred cleansing. So it's not only this release, but it's like this washing out of things that no longer serve us, right? And isn't that what we're all about? Like, our goal is to do that at all times. Hello, everyone. I wanted to remind you we have the upcoming class. I'm so excited for another Reiki class, level 1 and level 2, Usui Holy Fire Reiki, in person in Highland, Illinois at the Balance Wellness Studio. Make sure you go to my website to sign up. I can't wait to see you there. It is an in-person event. It takes all weekend, Saturday and Sunday, but you receive both certifications, level 1 and level 2. And we are looking at possibly February, March to do our master level course if you're interested in that as well. So again, check the website, angelreikijourney.com. Make sure while you're at the website to scroll down to the bottom and sign up for the newsletter so you can stay up to date with everything. And yeah, thank you so much. Have an awesome day. Bye. The other part, the part that I love so much that it talks about, is it affirmed your truth. Deep down, you already knew who you are, right? But when they spoke those words of genuinely seeing you, for your soul, that knowing, they mirrored back to you, and the resonance just cracked you open. So it wasn't tears of sadness, right? Or even grief or anything like that, but it was more of the depth of being met soul to soul. It was like nothing else in this world exists for this moment except for our souls truly having a connection, a beautiful moment. It's just incredible. Incredible. So I want that to serve as a reminder to me and to you to, again, try to really see people for their soul, right? To look for their light and not look for their darkness. To look for the positive pieces to assist them, to remind them of who their soul really is. That they're not the junk that they've experienced in this life. They're not the junk that they've picked up in this lifetime, right? So here's some affirmations to kind of help all of us really step into who we are and to be reminded we're all created for a purpose, to be reminded that authenticity is so important. And what is authenticity? It's when we really, really live from our soul. And for lack of better words, to hell with the rest. Like, there's so much drama, so many, oh my goodness. Sorry. Nature is loud right now. Hopefully you can hear me okay. But there's so much drama around us. There's so many negative things that are, being shown to us on a daily basis. So many negative energies coming at us and, trying to navigate and bounce off all of that. And they're coming to our children and our spouse and our other family and friends. And so it's not easy, to be clear, to continue to live from a soul perspective, right? It'd be real easy to live from a surface level because why not? I mean, everybody else seems pissed off and irritated with the whole world. So why don't we just join in and be pissed off and irritated in the whole world too? And there are moments I do get pissed off at the whole world. But that's not the world I want to live in. I want to get to the world where we don't have to be, carrying 80,000 million pounds of gunk on a daily basis, that we can live freely, that we can greet others with a smile, that we can lift up every moment that we have, and to know how blessed we are, and to be reminded of, we do have people rooting for us in this earthly realm, but we also have our spirit teams. And something I want to mention about the earthly realms, there are people that are rooting for you, and I've mentioned this before, but are rooting for you, and you have no idea they're rooting for you. No idea. They never speak a verbal word of it. And then once in a while you run into somebody and they'll say, oh, so-and-so. Yeah, she told me she's been thinking about you and she prays for you and she's so grateful that you do what you do. And I'm like, what? Really? I haven't talked to them in like 8 years and they've never said anything. Really? And it's this beautiful, humbling experience and reminder, well, there are people that I'm praying for that I haven't verbally told them. So that's probably something I need to look at, because it's a good idea to let them know. It's a good idea to remind them while they're here that we're rooting for them, right? So if you get a minute and you are adding certain people to your prayers at night and you've never told them, or it's been a while since you told them, it doesn't hurt for a minute if you can let them know, hey, I just want to let you know that I'm praying for you and I'm rooting for you and I'm so grateful that you're you. And I'm just praying that you're able to continue to do the beautiful things that that you do, and that, you know, everyone that needs to be touched by your light is able to have the opportunity to come in contact with you, and, you know, these kinds of things. But I just want you to know I'm just so grateful that you're you, because we don't always know what's going on with everybody. We get really high on our horse, and we're like, well, I know so and so did this and da 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 da, and well, they're just always grouchy, or blah 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 blah, and well, oh, okay, they had one bad day. Wow, we don't know what people are going through. Do you tell everybody every single thing that's going on in your mind? Okay, so there are a few people, spirits like there are a few people that really do. Okay, you're right. But I would say the majority, no, the majority of people aren't coming out saying, I looked in the mirror this morning, sucked my stomach in like 18 times, felt disgusted, felt completely gross because my pants were too tight, because I didn't like the zit on my face, because I felt gross, because I never look as good as so and so, because da da da. Nope, they probably aren't telling a lot of people that. And then they go to the grocery store, and here comes someone that they know that looks totally beautiful, all put together, and they have this angst on their face, right? The one that stood in the mirror disgusted all morning, when they're approached by them, and they literally just say hi. The person that stared in the mirror all morning disgusted is like, hi. But does it have anything to do with that other person? No. It has to do with what just went on in that mirror this morning. So while the other person may perceive it as, oh, well, she's a bitch, or this and that, no, she's really not. She feels like shit about herself right now. And it just came across like she's just being a bitch, right? So that's what I mean when really pausing for a minute and seeing someone's soul level. You know, it doesn't mean you have to go cuddle up with them and hang out with them 24/7. Oh my goodness. I just saw the cutest little baby squirrel. It's so cute. Okay, sorry. Um, but it does mean that you need to pause for a minute, remind yourself this isn't personal. 99% of the time, someone is pissy to you, has nothing to do with you. It's not personal. It has so much to do with them. There are a lot of unhappy people. And really, if you can make that sort of your cue to say a kind word to them, or compliment them or on something, or maybe that's one of those people that you're praying for, you know, and you just say, hey, I just wanted to let you know, tonight when I say my prayers, I'm gonna pray for you too. It seems like maybe you've had, you know, some struggles, and, you know, we all need prayer, right? So if it's okay, I'm gonna pray for you tonight when I say my prayers, right? So anyway, got off on a tangent there. Surprise, surprise, right? So I have some affirmations for us, and I'm going to read some off, okay? And I think affirmations, I know they're not the cure for everything. They really do seem to help me. If they don't help you, that's fine. Don't use them. But I do like to give them as suggestions. And here are some of them. I am seen. I am known. I am loved. My soul is witnessed in its wholeness and beauty. My soul is witnessed in its wholeness and beauty. I allow myself to be vulnerable, and I am safe. I'm going to repeat that one because I think I probably need to print that out and put that on my forehead. Okay, not my forehead because I couldn't really see it, but somewhere where I see it all the time. I allow myself to be vulnerable, and I am safe. Spirit just said, repeat it one more time. Okay. Is that for me or for them? Spirit's like, I think both. Okay, got it. I allow myself to be vulnerable, and I am safe. Wow. I am worthy of being fully recognized and embraced. I feel like that is such a huge one too. Friends, you are worthy. are worthy. You are worthy simply for being you. My light shines and is honored. I see myself with compassion and truth. When was the last time you looked at yourself with compassion and truth? When was the last time you saw your soul with compassion and truth? You saw past all of the stuff on the outside. I release the need to hide. I am already enough. I release the need to hide. I am already enough. Spirit sees me. The earth sees me. Love sees me. Every part of me, past, present, and future, is welcome. Every part of me, past, present, and future, is welcome. And one last one. I embody my authentic self with ease and grace. I embody my authentic self with ease and grace. And they're going to make me do it one more time. There are some of these I really want to hone in today, which may very well be directed at me. But anyway, I embody my authentic self with ease and grace. Wow. So beautiful. So, so beautiful. So a lot of parents across the world are getting everything, all reorganized for the school year. I am one of those parents trying to get reorganization down, all of our new paths and things like that, and working through, how we're going to do things and in what order, and who rides what bus at what time and who gets picked up at what time and who has practice at this time and are we able to get homework done and what are we having for dinner and all of those kinds of things. I feel like we don't spend a lot of time thinking about what we're having for dinner in the summertime, but at our house, definitely during the school year, we spend a lot of time trying to figure out what we're going to have for dinner. So yes, if there's anybody that comes up with some good recipes that are somewhat healthy and kid friendly, like, I don't know, some of my kids are so picky with food. So, and I don't like having the same food over and over. Okay, off on a tangent again. Got it. All right, reeling myself back in. Anyway, with the back to school stuff, I do feel, the pieces of fall season starting to come in. In the Midwest, it was a little bit cooler this morning. I want to say like 68 degrees with a slight breeze, which was actually just purely beautiful. And of course, I made it back to the park and am just absorbing the scenery surrounded by trees and different nature sounds. And it's pretty cool. It's like having my own guided meditation music playing in the background 24/7. So yeah, I just wanted to drop in those nuggets and remind you of how worthy you are, remind you it's okay to be authentic, remind you it's okay to show up vulnerable, and it's needed right now, and to remind myself of all of those things because I'm still human, right? Like, I need every reminder I can get. But I love you guys. This is a little bit shorter episode than usual, but Spirit just kind of really wanted me to drop this in, and I am sending a huge hug to you, and I want you to take a moment and hug yourself too, and know that your spirit team is wrapping their arms, their wings, their feathers, everything they got around you to help support you through this lifetime. You're not alone. All right. Love you. Please share this episode with anybody that can benefit from it. Share the podcast. And really, let's work together to shine some light for people and to surround them with love and encouragement and empowerment and,
make it your goal to compliment at least one person a day. We need it right now. We need it. All right. Love you all. Talk to you soon.
Hey everyone, I wanted to take a quick second and say thank you. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you for listening to this podcast. And I want to take a minute and ask for a quick favor. If when you're listening to an episode, if you could please just take a second, place your hand on your heart and take a deep breath in through your nose and a long exhale out of your mouth, and just set the intention to send love and light to every single person listening right now, yesterday, and in the future. I think together we just might be able to raise the vibration of this world. I'm so excited. And please follow me on Instagram at Angel Reiki Journey. Visit my website to book an appointment with me at angelreikijourney.com. And please follow this podcast, Sacred Soul Sisters. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to talk to you again soon. Have a great day.